Hello, 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 everyone. South the Nation here. How are we today? I have a clean desk. Can you believe it? I have a clean desk. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. And now I need to finish my cup of tea because I need to place this. I've actually got two cameras on the go here because I'm filming a tutorial as we speak, and there's my camera doing something. And need to find a position. Is it about there? I'll bring that over. Up attach. So if I have that about there. So if I paint about there, I should be good to get that on camera. Cool, right. Let's get some paints ready. So we're gonna need Drakenhof. We're gonna need some. Let's make some light grey in with that. Yes. So how is everyone? So this is a chill and chat to try and keep Sam from Wargamer Online motivated. It seems that Phil's kind of got to the stage where I think he'll be all right, but Sam still has a bit of a way to go. So this is hopefully to keep him entertained and keep him motivated because he's got a lot to paint. Your boys is in the house. Evening, good sir. So yeah, I was just going to touch this guy up because I just noticed some bits I have missed. And yes, we're painting rats. Something's beeping on my phone. Something's beeping on my phone. Yeah, I didn't realize I'm not painting the edges of all this. Jim Wilson, how's life, Pajamarama? I'm good. I'm in my PJs. I'm in my PJs. So I'm good, sir. How are you, my good friend? Graham Rigg, he's in the house. Hello, Graham. Oh, Graham, you going to salute this year? If so, I'll try and catch up with you at some point. Although, as you know, salute is so hectic. It's hard keeping pace. It's just crazy run around day. And by the end of it, you're just like, oh god, I'm done. But yeah. Quite good. And if anyone else pops into chat, please say hello. You're more than welcome. So, I'm painting a big rat thing. It's going into my Skaven army. Hello there. May well go into Warhammer Quest first. Oh, we got 6 views. Yeah, fair enough. Mike excuse. Oh, cool. You're going to Chilcon. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. It's not as big, so you're probably more likely to bump into me. I'm a little bit concerned because I've heard that there's a Beast from the East 3 coming, which may mean more snow. Sam's in the house. Hello, Sam. This is to try and keep you entertained and while your brain is slowly melting from painting so much stuff. Like, that is... That's not even something I'm attempting. And yeah, I paint a lot. But you, good sir, you have a lot to do. But I'm sure you'll get there. I am sure you will get there. So, right. I'm using old Hawk turquoise. You see this stuff? This stuff is like, there's not much left of this now. Getting to the bottom and it's a bit thick now. Let's see if we can poke into the bottle. Oh, something's... Oh, yeah, there's a bit more now. Cool. Winning. Yes. I really like the Jabba Slive conversion there, Sam. That is a very nice conversion. I'm quite jealous. I'm like, ooh, that looks like a cool monster to paint. So I may well copy that and paint that. Right. Tutorial, go. So yes, I am painting a tutorial at the moment. So this will be a tutorial for Thankwall and Bone Ripper. We shall see how it comes out. I didn't realize this armor plate's got so many dents and bits in it. It's quite interesting. So, how is everyone this fine evening, Tuesday evening? I am getting prepped for show time, show season, because ShowCon's coming up, and Salute's coming up shortly after that, which is always fun. And yeah, I'm sure my wallet is not gonna like me. It's not gonna like me. I've been tempted with the Forgebane set as well, but I'm like, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I take the plunge? But I was watching Kyrioth's channel, and he was like, he had exactly the same thought process I had. I was like, it wouldn't be too hard to start collecting Necrons. That might be quite interesting. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not the other person that's thinking this. So yeah, it's Necrons is I think a possibility for a lot of people now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a lot more of them show up. I am very tempted, considering Necrons are. I say they're potentially one of the easiest paint schemes you can probably get away with if you're not that used to painting. You could probably do that pretty quickly and easy with Necrons, but you could obviously you can go to town on them, spend a lot of work on them, and I've got an idea from what I would want to do if I were to start doing them. And the problem is, I've got a lot to paint already. That's the main problem. I've got a lot to paint. But we shall see. We shall see. It may happen. It may not. I don't know at the moment. So I am currently moving on short. Trying to get this in because I have my goal for this week is to get some more tutorials out. And I've edited one. I just need to do the voiceover on it. And then there's another two I just need to edit and then do voiceover on that. So I'll have 3 done. This will be number 4. There'll be a number 5 coming out shortly after with the big dragon ogre thing. And then hopefully that should give me enough time to play catch up and start painting some other bits because there's a couple of tutorials I need to get out. So I said I'd do. I never got around to it, so we'll see. I sculpted a big squig, been at it a couple of weeks. It's a ball-sized of a thing with a underbite the size of a bulldog. It's got a fair weight to it. It's made of old school milliput. Oh, Jojo! I've seen Jojo Man's creations from milliput. They do look like they weigh a ton. I've been stuck in Bishop Auckland all weekend by BFE2. Oh, Beast from the East 2. Was it a Steampunk Con as a model? Oh, okay. Cheers. It wasn't fun to build. Horrible fine cast, but stuff. But just mashed it together to get it done. No, nice. Yeah, Finecast is not the nicest of resins. I mean, forge-oiled resin can be tricky at the best of times, so but Finecast resin bit. Bone Room is the most stunning model ever. That and the Storm Fiends. Yeah, they are nice. Ashtree81's in. Hello, sir. Yeah, so I'm doing a slight amount of non-metallic metal, or at least with this blue bit, just to get a bit of a gradient shade on it. And mainly because I just want to give a slight bit. I'm going to give it that kind of non-metallic shine, and then I'm going to add a little bit of damage to it, so look like he's been through the wars a bit. It is a very lovely model, I have to say. A lot of detail. Like, a lot of detail. Crazy amount. Didn't really realize until I put it together. I was like, oh, God. Oh, boys, finished the Asher gang, sorry if I can speak properly, and I've now started on the glass. Nice. They take a while, the Necromunda stuff to paint up. They're very, very detailed. Yeah, I took the glass, took me ages. Like, long time for me to paint up 10 guys. I was like, this is taking ages. Frost and Fist is in the house. Hello, good people. Congratulations on the 400 subscribers, guys. I did watch it. I don't really do videos anymore, but if anyone's watching, Frost and Fist got to 400 subscribers. Go give them a sub. If you never heard them before, go have a look on their channel as well. I don't really do shout out videos and stuff like that anymore, so this is my equivalent of giving them a shout out. So go check out Frost and Fist if you can. Great bunch of guys, quite enjoyable to watch. To be honest, it's always, I find it always entertaining that these small channels and 400 subscribers, nothing to sniff at by any means. Or whatever the correct term is for that is, it's not a small achievement by any means, but they're good guys. I think they should get more subscribers and stuff like that. So if you get a chance, go check out Frost and Fist. They're an amazing bunch of guys. I was watching a tutorial for doing Martian Earth the other day, and I was like, man, that's an in-depth tutorial. Like, I don't even know if I go into that in depth. So fair play, dude. Yeah, well, boys, nice Mars-based tutorials. There we go. Right, wonderful. So, I'm still filming this tutorial. I'm going to have to edit a lot of this out. So, let's do that. That is going to mix with that. So I'm going to mix the gray and water it down. A little bit more. Water it down. And then see what happens next. Not a lot. Not a lot is happening there. Maybe a little too thin? So I had an interesting thing today. It was quite entertaining. So I kind of work. My boss has come down from Sheffield, and if you don't know Sheffield in the UK, if you're not really geographic, if you don't really understand where stuff is in the UK, basically, I'm in the south. Sheffield's more towards the north, like closer to Scotland. basically they get more snow than us when it does snow. And he was down visiting. He stayed over. He came in the morning and he was all flustered. And he said, "Oh, this customer complained about him and called him slippery." I just started laughing when he said it. He was proper wound up. And I've never really heard anyone get insulted. Like if someone go, "Oh mate, you're dead slippery," I'd be like, all I could think of was the greased up guy and the Family Guy picnic thing where they all go around chasing that greased up guy. They're like, "Oh, can't catch me! Oh, can't catch me now!" I was like, "Why are you upset about that? That doesn't make any sense." Like, but I think they, yeah, it proper got to him. So he was not a happy chappy today. It just made me laugh so much that someone got offended by being called slippery. Yeah, Bronson, that's exactly it. Gruski, Dalski. Pardon me if I pronounce that wrong. Have you heard of Wargames Foundry, in particular their paint range 3 colors up? I've heard the name Wargames Foundry. I didn't know they do the color range. That's interesting. I may have to look into that. I'm always interested with new color ranges. I mean, I'd love to try out every single color range from every single company. The reality of it is I don't actually have enough room to do that. I mean, the war colors stuff is sat like over there because I don't have any other room. Like this is awful. Not awful, awful. Awful? If you say words long enough, they end up sounding weird. Yeah, I ain't got any more space left for paints. So, yeah, I would love to try. There's like there's loads of scale 75 colors that I want to try. But one thing is like you actually have to have models to paint it with and like have a use for it. Because if you buy a load of greens and then you're like, right, okay, I'm now going to paint red demons. You're like, what am I going to need greens for? So yeah, there's a certain element of, you know, being appropriate for what you're doing, but yeah. Let's see. That's awesome. My Silver Moon Wolves personal fluff chapter is a collection of outcasts. You include Wolfen and Primaris as well. Oh, cool. I like that. Never understood what the greased up deaf guy was about in Family Guy. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. The Family Guy thing is I've kind of stopped watching Family Guy a while ago, and mainly because I don't really watch terrestrial TV anymore. I just kind of watch Netflix and YouTube, to be honest. So I don't really tend to watch stuff like Family Guy. And I found Family Guy was funny, but I was always more leaning towards South Park. I think mainly because it was a bit more brutal. As I said, Family Guy was funny, don't get me wrong. But South Park, man, some of that stuff you're just like, how are you guys getting away with this? Like, yeah, I think it's just the humor appealed to me just a little bit more with South Park. So I've started watching as well. I started watching animes again. What did I watch? I watched Fate Apocrypha or something like that. It was an interesting thing. I probably mentioned it on last chat that It's all to do with the famous heroes of whatever time at any point in time. So you'll have stuff like Spartacus, Mordred from King Arthur's time, Jack the Ripper, Achilles, Vlad from basically Dracula. Who else was there? There was a fair few, and it was really good. And I'm really hoping they do a second season because they kind of left it on a bit of a cliffhanger, as most Marvel, sorry, not Marvel, anime ones do. I don't know. I'm a bit curious as to whether they're gonna do it, but we'll see. I started watching Full Metal Alchemist again. I started watching Voltron. What else? Seraph to the End or Seraph of the End. That's an interesting one. So your Orc Boys is just YouTube and Netflix as well, yeah. Yeah, I did mention last time. I thought so. I've been wanting to see. Is there a new Fate? Is there like more than one series of that Fate thing? Because I've just finished watching the first season. Is there a second season or not? I really should just Google it because that would give me the answer. Because Google gives the answer to everything these days, which is incredible. Any question you have, it has the answer. Apart from maybe how to live for eternity. But I don't know if I want to. It might get a bit boring or lonely. Yes, if you haven't realized it, I am filming a painting tutorial, so I'm holding this very still in a very awkward position for me. Because, yes. Although, to be honest with you, I think I've gotten enough of a shot of doing this bit to get what I need. Plus, if it's too long as well, editing becomes the most boring thing ever. Yeah, let's turn that off. So, I'll show you guys what Bone Ripper's looking like at the moment. Come on, focus. I've cleaned the desk and everything. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I got some blue on his eye. So I need to sort that out. I also got some stuff down here which I need to clean up. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to make a kind of a semi non-metallic metal kind of look to it. And so we have a bit of a gradient that we can use as a highlight point and just make it not look so bland. Just give it a little bit of an extra punch. But yeah, if you guys have been watching any other cool anime, let me know. I'm kind of into watching. There's a couple other on my list on Netflix. I didn't realize there's so many on Netflix. I was just like, whoa, there's a lot. What would be cool, and I know you can get it on Crunchyroll, is if they got Dragon Ball Super on there, I would just be like, yes! That's amazing. So, if there are any Dragon Ball Z fans watching, yes, Dragon Ball Z is it. It's just it. I'm really quite sad that they say that Super's going to be ending. Like the last episode's in next couple of weeks, next week or something like that. But Goku has hit Ultra Instinct level, like crazy Ultra Instinct level now. So the fight between him and Jiren or however you want to pronounce his name is going to be epic. Just going to be epic. RWBY. RWBY. What's RWBY? My brain isn't functioning to tell me what the answer is yet. I may ask Google. RWBY. I think I should know this, but I don't. And I'm sure it's going to be one of those things when they tell me, I will know. What is RWBY? I'm perplexed by I've always been really bad at whatever those things are called. Like, you know, when you short it down, there's a name for it. My brain is literally just gone, nope, not going to tell you anything because you can't remember that thing. Abbreviations. Yeah, let's go with that. So like lol. Like I had a real fit. Like, you know, when people start saying WTF, mate. Oh, Ruby. It's anime made by Rooster Teeth. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. So you know when everyone starts saying WTF, I really lost it because I didn't understand why everyone was saying, "Oh, WTF, mate." I was like, "But why are you saying it? It's harder to say that than the real words." And I'm not going to say them because I'm trying to be a little bit family friendly. But it just doesn't make sense. I'm like, why don't you just say that? It's like, I can understand maybe if you're in public or like if you're around like certain people you don't want to swear, then okay, I can maybe understand it. But when you're around your mates, say, "Oh, WTF, mate," you're like, what? How's that easier to say than the original? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you make your life harder? But you know, they were cool. I was not. So yeah. And that's what it boils down to. They were cool. I was not. It always made me go because after they'd done the growing up part of things, they were like, "Yeah, that's just weird, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yep, I told you, it was weird. Yeah, you insisted on being weird." Google's scary. They know everything, even where you live. That is true. Jim Wilson, Foundry paints come singly or in a set of 3: shade, middle, and highlight. They are 20 ml pots, every color under the sun, and there is no having to mix anything. They work a treat, and £8 for 3 set. Not bad, not bad. You have to have a look. As I said, running out of room though, so and it's a bit of a. It's always a problem because Games Workshop exists and they keep on pumping out stuff which I want to buy. And then there's other companies like Mears Miniatures that keep pumping out monsters that I want to buy. And then there's stuff which I'm kind of thinking, oh, that'd be kind of cool for making terrain, like Luke's APS. And I was like, oh, there's new products. I want to get them, which I want to buy. And there's only a finite amount of money that I have. As much as I want to buy everything, life does get in the way sometimes. So, but yes, if I do stumble across them and I got a spare cash, I may give them a try and see what is up. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It's a bit weird. So, if you guys didn't know as well, this challenge chat is to try and get Sam from Wargamer Online motivated because he's got a lot to do. Like, even for my standards, he's got a lot to do in a week. Like, I probably would not commit to doing something like that. Someone said, I need this done in a week. I'd be like, nope, nope, just not doing that. But Sam is doing it. So if he pulls it off, I may well concede him the title of the fastest painter. May well concede him. And he may hate it, but at least he will understand what it's like to batch paint hundreds and hundreds of minis. Well, no, probably not hundreds of minis, but a lot of minis really fast. You do have to take some shortcuts, because you can't do it on your own. You have to take some shortcuts. But once you've done it, and the army's done. Then you can muck around. You can play and do whatever. The problem is, I always tend to find is, like the Iron Jaws is probably the one army. I say this is the one army where it didn't happen with, but it kind of did. But all I did instead was start collecting other destruction units. So now I've got a gigantic ogre army. I've got a load of goblins. And I got loads of monsters from destruction. And I'm just like, right, okay. They don't really work well together, so I might as well just stick with Iron Jaws. So yes. But I did play against Khorne, so and I won, and it was nice not to play Sylvaneth, who just table me every time. I'm not even sure if my friend was playing properly. He might have been cheating the whole time because he may have got some things wrong. He was saying that the tree lords could teleport, but from what I've seen, I'm not sure if they can. So he may have been cheating the entire time. May have. I don't know. I don't know Sylvaneth rules. Anyone who plays Sylvaneth, could you let me know, even if you're watching this back later, could you let me know if Tree Lords can teleport into Wildwoods? Because it seemed like his entire army could just teleport. And I was like, right, this doesn't exactly seem fair. But I know the rules, so I kind of have to go, okay, so your army can do that. That's disgusting. What can I do to counteract that? Oh, nothing. So, yes. If you could enlighten me, that would be very much appreciated. Right, Bone Ripper. Now we need to do your leg guard. So, but yes, the original point on that, before I went off a tangent about Sylvaneth being annoying, is Sam is painting a lot. So if you could go show him some love and give him a bit of motivation, that would be greatly appreciated, because he's got a lot to do. And I think this may have broken him. I don't think he realizes yet, but I think he may be broken. And then when he wants to, after this tournament, he might not want to paint again for a while. I don't know, Sam. I will let you decide that yourself. But I would, if I were you, I would maybe take a breather from painting. Either that or just paint something you want. That might be something more prudent. Okie dokie. And we'll do a little bit of a around the rim. That's what she said. Yes. Right, okay. So I'll show you guys before I start doing that. We'll give it a month. Fair enough, Sam. Not gone yet, and no chance with this list. Tree Lords can. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure. Just seems broken to me. Everything just teleporting. Yeah. They also make red versus blue. Oh, cool. It's killing you. Yeah. Should have just dry brushed. Yes, you should. If you can't do it, dry brush and then paint up the rest. Um, yeah, surreal. The tournament is the tournament, and it's I'm going to call it the tournament of power. So yeah, they've done the job, but yeah, I think every one of them from Wargamer Online is probably going to need a breather after this. But hopefully, lesson learned. Don't start a new army to take to a tournament. I wouldn't start a new army to take to a tournament. Eels. Do I go with white? Yeah, let's go with that. So you can see that. That's cool. And we're just gonna highlight that. And that. And that. That. And we're gonna just go across there like that. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go there. Yes. So, but on the flip side of all of this, I've been a little bit inspired by all that hard work to get painting again. So, I'm thinking I may need to help out Wargamer Online a little bit. So, this is my thought process. So, Wargamer Online been busy with the tournament. That's fine. Everyone's got to have their own thing, their own objectives they want to set to. And they've been busy doing that. Now, unfortunately, Mike left him. I don't know where he went, but he's gone. Not entirely sure where, but hey, life is life. People move on, they do different things. The guys from the hub, like me, Katetsu. Now, Katetsu's pumping out stuff left, right, and center, which is great. Varak's like every single day. The Wargamer is like tutorial central. And they can effectively help out by putting stuff on the website to give a little bit of extra bump. Now, I'm the oddball out in this because I haven't done that much. I just do these challenge chats now. So I'm thinking I need to step up to the plate a little bit and get a bit more done. Now, there's things I do which the rest don't. Out of the thing. So Valrak doesn't really do painting tutorials. That's fine. He's got his own channel. He's got like thousands and thousands of subscribers because he's Valrak and he's amazing. Katetsu is coming out with all the lore for Age of Sigmar. Really interesting to watch. And as I said, Wargamer is tutorial central. But they don't tend to do big tutorials too much, which is kind of where I come in. Problem is, it takes me a long time. That's the only bugger. But I could assist by doing more tutorials. So this is why this is out. This is why there's a clean desk now, so I can actually film without trying to just move all the stuff away. And then, yeah, not fun. So that's the idea. So I'm going to try and get painting more and get more tutorials out to help them out. show off, because I use different techniques. I've learned some stuff from Wargamer Online. I learned some stuff from Spud. I learned some stuff from Luke's APS. I learned stuff from Templar's Crusade, if you remember him from back in the day. I learned stuff from lots of different people, and I've kind of developed my own style now. Now that's the thing is I've learned about painting is learning and trying different things is fine, and trying other people's styles is absolutely fine. There's no and I've never really heard of this. I've never really heard of anyone go, "Oh, you're just copying him." Like that's not really happened in wargaming, because at the end of the day, if someone comes up with a good color scheme, you just want to use that color scheme, and you have every right to, because it's just a color scheme. It's not anything else. But what I tend to do is I take little bits. So from painting tutorials, I'm like, oh, I like that technique. I like that technique. And I take that and I amalgamate them all with my own techniques until I come up with what I like. And that's kind of how I got to where like my painting style. Like I'll change and I'll chop a lot. There's not really a set way I do things, because I don't believe there should be a set way I do. There's loads of different things, so try them, see what works, and then if it works, use it. Mike has gone into the Eye of Terror. Yeah, probably. Need to look into getting a couple of free college interns who will edit stuff for school credit. Yeah. Astri81, how did you get into painting models? Now that's an interesting question. So this is going to go back in time a bit. So I think I was about 6. I think it was when I lived in Reading. So I lived in, if you don't know the UK geography or geology, or where things are, I live in Wiltshire, which is kind of like the west side of the southwest side of the country. Reading is in the county next to it, which is more east. It's closer to London, basically. There's a lot of posh people that live in the county is Berkshire. It's spelled Berkshire. Oh, that took some mental brain work and capacity there. But it's sort of, if you read it, it's like Berkshire, but it's pronounced Berkshire from the posh people that live there. There's quite a lot of well-to-do people and quite a lot of money in certain areas. But so yeah, I was from there. I lived in a place called Arborfield, and down the road, I had some friends, and I was kind of like a nerdy kid when I was into computers when I was like, I loved like the games consoles, stuff like that. I had like the first Atari, like the NES, Master System stuff. I loved it. But I had some friends who were like into computers, like IBMs and PCs and stuff like that. And I used to go around their house and play computer games, but they would also play Warhammer. Now, this is when everything was metal and possibly lead as well. But I saw their armies, and it was just kind of this magical thing. I was just like, they look so cool. So cool. And I painted up, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. That is what I want to do. But no idea how to play the game. It was Warhammer Fantasy Battle, like 1st or 2nd edition or something like that. So I had no chance. It was a 6-year-old trying to learn that. Like, no way. So time went on. And I moved to Wiltshire, kind of the area where Lord of the Rings was, sorry, the Shire was kind of based on. And I started painting it. Started assembling it. I tried painting it. It was not very good. Really not very good. My brother used to collect Dark Angels and Space Wolves. I collected Tyranids. And I think it was a collecting thing more than anything else. It was very much a kind of hoardist ambition to pick up like everything. And I tried painting, still wasn't very good. Didn't really get what I was doing. And time went on, and I can't remember exactly how it came about, but I moved into a new place, and I think I was doing stuff with the band, something like that. I went to art college. I picked it back up again, but since I'd learned art skills at that point, I was starting to really understand what I was going for, and understand color theory and all this kind of stuff, and what looked good and what doesn't look good. So when I picked it back up again, I was like, oh, okay, I see how this works now. And I started painting. I did it on my own. I was kind of collecting things. I kind of wanted to play, but I didn't know how to. And I had joined a band. I was in college at the time. And the local landlord, who was from America, I was in a heavy metal band. He said, "Oh, I'm doing a party down the pub. I want you guys to play." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, there's another band playing." And I was like, "Right, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I want you to meet him." I'm like, "Right, okay." I was kind of local down the pub. And I was like, "That's fine." So showed up one day, and basically, oh yeah, he's like, "Yeah, come here, the band's here." Sat me down at this table with these three gigantic dudes, and I was just like, right, like, because I'm a midget in size wise anyway. Like three guys that were like well over the 6 foot marker, and I was just like, right, you guys are in a band. And lo and behold, got on pretty well. They're in a punk band. I was in a heavy metal band. We got on pretty well. So ended up chatting. They lived in the same village I do. And one of my best friends now was there, and he said, "Yeah, play Warhammer." And I was like, "Oh, I always wanted to play it, but don't know how. I can paint, but I have no idea how to play it." So he taught me how to play it, and that just kicked everything into overdrive. I was just like, "Oh, I've got to paint and play," and it just sort of kind of escalated from there. And every day, year, whatever, I learned a little bit more, and I become a little bit more of a better painter. I like to think. And I like, yeah, this is where I got to. I have not looked at the chat. Edge highlighting with a bow pen, like heavy metal, yeah. Surreal asks if you've ever added the Venom site to his Bestigor. I change from model to model when we're painting style. That is very true. I think I do as well. Good old Atari 26. I didn't even know there was a number to it. I just knew it was the Atari with the joystick. Wow, yeah, I really didn't know what I was going on about then. But hey. So yeah, that is my little story on how I got into painting. It was a very odd thing that just kind of clicked at some point. I was that one person showed me it when I was a kid, and I was just fascinated with goblins and Skaven and all of that stuff. But when it came down to the gaming with your mates, 40k just took over because it was just a more fun game. Um, so yeah, interesting how that works. I like the look of fantasy, but 40k just played better. Wonder what that says about the whole thing. I think that's where things got to a little bit when Age of Sigmar came out, and they finally got the points sorted out to it, and 40k was still in 7th edition. That's when Age of Sigmar really had its opportunity to shine, because it was closer to 8th edition now, and it was a more fun, light-hearted game, which was simple, and it had enough complexity to have some proper tactical decision making. But not enough to check the rules every 5 minutes to see what you're doing and slow the whole process down. So yeah, definitely think they learnt their lesson with Age of Sigmar and just brought it over to 40k. Right, cool. So let's show you guys what Thankful is looking like now. He's a little bit more shiny. Come on, close. Yeah, there's blue eyes. I might make that a thing. So trying to go for this more non-metallic metal kind of shininess. What I'm going to do now is just add a little bit more shade to it and just give it a bit more contrast. Then we can move on to something else. The Genesis and there's, oh yeah, Frogger, Pitfall, Pac-Man. Do you remember Chucky Egg? That was a thing. Right, so tracking off Nightshade now. Okay, let's just thin that with a little bit of water. Okay, human shot, there, red shot. Yes. And we'll just bring that down a bit. Da, 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 da. Just tell the concentrate and I stop talking and be like, oh, God, this isn't going to work. And all right, this works. I don't even know if this is going to work. Cool. Right, I think that should be enough of that filming bit. And then I can get back to working on it without having a camera in the way. So, yes, what's everyone else's story when they go into painting? Like, was it a particular person? Was it a certain thing you were enamored with? I'm kind of intrigued to see how everyone else got into war. You might not even be into painting, you might just be into wargaming. That's fine. Like, one of my main clients I do commissions for, not really interested in painting at all. He likes playing games, so, and he comes up with some disgusting lists. Like, I mean, filthy. And he asked me to paint them, and I was just like, all right. You didn't realize that's just wrong, though. He's like, yep, no, I know. I'm like, all right, I'll paint them. So, and he gets a kind of cool, fluffy background behind it. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. He's doing Custodies next, so I've got a load of Custodies coming on the way soon. Should be interesting. Having to, and it's pretty much all bike army apart from there's going to be some assassins in it. You're like, dude, that is so beardy. But each to their own. I'm thinking maybe more of a dark blue. Maybe. Don't know if it's enough. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, as well, if you're in the Sheffield area on March 31st, please go check out ChillCon. It's a really cool show, pal. Some really good friends of mine. Based off the Chill and Wargamers, it seems it was kind of a crazy idea that Spud and Steve had a while back. I think I may have interjected and thrown an idea in there, but I would not take the credit. So yeah, there's a kind of a wargaming show based on the show we do, which is quite interesting. I find that quite weird. But hey, everyone else just knows it as a kind of weird Viking wargaming festival, which is also fine. do 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 do. Maze balls. It's getting there. It's getting there. I need to do that, but damn! Just put my freaking hand in it. Stupid fingers. There we go. All right, I'll show you them. So this round of washes may not do anything. I think I may need to add some darker. No, but it's getting there. You see, it's getting that kind of shine look, which you get with non-metallic metals. Uh, um, I was the singer in the band Astro 81. I did not play an instrument. I did not know how to, but I knew how to shout. So they said, "Can you be in our band because you know how to shout?" And I was like, "I don't exactly." I think I was singing to myself or something once, and the bassist from the band at the time said, "Oh, mate, do you want to be in a band?" And it was like college teen thing, nothing overly serious, and yeah, we started getting some gigs, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird." And it became more of a kind of passionate dream sort of thing to maybe pull it off, but um, became work. I didn't enjoy it, and there was arguments about what we wanted to do, who we wanted to be, and stuff like that. And ugh. I was like, I got a job already. I don't want to do a second job. I think I just lost the love of playing music and enjoying it. Um, and it kind of financially bankrupted me as well. So, great. Financially bankrupt is a strong word for when you're 20 and you've got no money anyway. So, uh, 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 how old is this? I've been doing a white primer, then washes, then paint up the color I want. That way I don't have white spots you get when priming white. Interesting. Free Warhammer, free paints, nothing to do. So real? If you are getting free Warhammer stuff, you can happily send it my way. I haven't played the game, just love building and painting. Yeah. You've been retired for years now. Ah, you lucky bugger. Right. So, let's. Do we add another dark? Maybe go one step darker, and then we'll have to stop going darker. Otherwise, that'll be bad. Da 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 da. All right, let's turn this back on. Oil. Right. Mix that. And wipe it off. Wipe most of it off. Okay, this time. Something's on rush. Right. So, Surreal, if you've been retired for years, what did you do when you worked? I'm intrigued. And I'm the same age as you. Well, aren't you just lucky? I did not hear they're going to put Hawkins' ashes next to Darwin. That's pretty cool. Um, that's that's nice, to be honest with you. That's a good commemoration of someone which has profoundly changed the human race in theory, to be honest with you. I mean, especially as well for having the disease he had and being able to last that long and change that much is just mind-boggling. You could kind of like give him a good round of applause for that kind of inning. That was like, well done, sir. That was a very good show. So what did you do? Oh, I had a completely debilitating, crippling illness that put me in a wheelchair. However, I've changed the entire way the human race thinks. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You did something with your life. Surreal. I was a cook. Oh, you were a cook. I nearly read that wrong and read it as putting a C there instead of another O. Actually, chef, but ain't some posh git who needs his ego inflated. Oh, wow, wow. How interesting. I'm taking you did relatively well then, Surreal, if you've managed to retire that early. Alright. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to retire early. It's what would you do with your life? I'd probably work out a lot more, go to the gym a lot more. Um, I would possibly look into painting as a full-time thing, maybe. Becoming my own boss. That'd be quite cool. I wouldn't. I'm not. I mean, I think this is why I don't like the Patreon thing as well. Like, I was kind of thinking, oh yeah, I'd look into other ways of making money, but it depends. If you could retire to the point where you'd be happy, yeah. Would you need to make more money? Mm, I am a crook. Yeah, crook. That was obviously the word I was thinking of. Yeah. Okay, right. There we go. I think we got that. I'm really hoping this is actually showing up on the camera for the tutorial, but we'll see. So, this is him. It's very minor changes each time, but it's starting to at least get that bit of a shine on it. I think now, what's the time we at? 9:05. So, do I move on? I'll probably end it there. To be honest with you, I think that's a good stage. Kind of happy with that. And I don't really want to push the chat too much because it can be a bit sometimes and a bit too much effort to actually go into stuff. However, I will do something. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of what he should look like. When he's done, that'll be his base. I don't know, do I do that? That kind of works. That's pretty solid. Can I get this to... He should look something like that. So, yeah. We've got a bit more work to do, to be honest. We've got to add some details. The fur's got to go on. Cable's got to be done. Do the tail, do the face, highlight these bone bits up. And then, got to paint Thankwall. So, yeah. Still got a ways to go, but we'll see. So Surreal says, because Astri said, "Have you seen the Ratatouille movie? It's really good." So Surreal says, "But now Elson has to make a Ratatouille themed Skaven army." Yeah, I tell you what, Surreal. You get me the gear to do it, and I'll do it, mate. I'll do it. It may take me a while, but everyone have little chef hats or I wonder, have I got anything that looks remotely close to a chef? So you got the little skaven rats that you get on top of things and wearing off. Have those little roasted bits of other armies on their bases. Yeah, that'd be cool. Give every little one of them a chef hat. Need to find some resin cast chef hats. That'll be interesting. Either way, I'm going to end it there, people. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been great chatting to you, reminiscing, going back through time, and all that jazz. So, hopefully, I'll be back at some point this week. I'm going to be doing more painting, so I've got to keep Sam entertained and keep him sane, because otherwise, I think he might kill someone. He might. But hopefully, we'll keep him away from the dark path. And give me something. This is the most satisfying thing, by the way. This was the last little thing. I use these to put PVA including when I'm doing basing, and when it's dry, you just that's good. So yeah, that one's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's got Luke's APS tufts in it, so I'll see what I'm going to do with that. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Take it steady, and I'll catch you all next time. Good night, everybody.